Okay, so I've got an email from a possible buyer of one of my vineyard listings, and I wanted to talk a little bit about zoning and how we identify different things with zoning. The client inquired on one of our vineyards, and a vineyard is obviously agriculture use, right? So what they'd like to do, and it just so happens there's a lot of vacant land to the side of this parcel. What they'd like to do is actually build a wellness center or essentially a hotel on the site. This is really hard to do in areas like Napa, and especially in the county of Napa rather than the city of Napa. As we've talked about before, the county is a jurisdiction. The cities also have their own jurisdictions. Each of those will have their different zoning codes. So if you look at let's see, a tax record like this one, the zoning, so the use is a vineyard, right? The zoning is going to be a little bit different. So the zoning is AW. Now each county and each city is going to have a little bit different definition of what that is, what can go there, what can go there if you get a conditional use permit, and what cannot go there. So for instance, like an agricultural use could be vineyard. They may also allow a winery, which is a production facility, not the vines, that's where you make the wine. They may allow that on a conditional basis. Or, depending on the zoning for Napa County, that may be a just standard use that you can use on that parcel. Now, as far as hotels go and a wellness center, that's tricky, right? That's different. That's a lot of people. We're talking about a rural location. That can be very difficult. So what I would want to do when I get a question like this, rather than do a bunch of research and find out how we can make it happen, the first thing you're going to do is go into your county or city. I've already left a message for the county. I'm going to go into zoning and find out what that zoning means. Does it mean I can never, ever have a hotel, motel there? Or is that a conditional use for that zone? Or that, the zoning for this. Now, that doesn't mean it can't happen. You'll notice, or you may know, there are plans. A county and a city will have different plans for an area, right? And though the zoning may be one thing, like agricultural use here, it may be desired for that county or city that that area transition into something else. So they will allow you to change the zoning sometimes if it fits with what they want the area to be. For instance, I've got a mobile home zoned parcel in Sacramento here we're working on. The city would very, 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 very much like high-rise apartments there. So in that case, it's very similar use, but you could have zoning that is, for instance, in Sacramento here, we've got a rail yard that's being converted into commercial and living areas, right? So they'll change that if it fits their desires or their desire for the location. So what I want to first do is look at the zoning. Second, I'm going to talk to the county clerk who is in charge of planning that can tell me the likelihood that we could get that to do. And then we'll go in and act from there. But rather than spend a bunch of time up front, I'm going to first look at the zoning. So let's take a look here. Let's see what we can do. So we're going to go here. I've just entered in Napa County zoning, right? So here's the planning division, zoning map. Here we go. Summary of allowable uses by zoning, County of Napa. This is what we want. This will be just a PDF with just a chart here. So what are we? I think we're AW. AW, right? So we'll go on our chart here. Agricultural, AW. Okay, now allowable use. Here's all the things you can and can't and sometimes can. Conditional use permit. That's what that is right there. So we're going to go through here and I'm going to find out, can we put, now here, industrial and commercial, that's a no-no. RV mini boat storage, that's a no-no. So we're going to go through here and see what we can find as far as like a hotel, motel kind of thing. And see what it does. This isn't very large, is it? This was revised 2006. Okay, so dwelling, cottage, farm, labor, residence, care facility, kind of public schools, commercial. Let's see, allow private schools. So on this list, it actually doesn't have a lot of uses. So they haven't even, I mean, they've got this, which is a no-no. So that actually indicates it's probably not going to be possible to do. So we're going to have to talk to the county planner, the planner for this area, and he'll indicate, you know, what should we do? Because maybe this client will go somewhere else. They want to spend upwards of 10 to 20 to $30 million on something. I'm absolutely willing to go look for stuff for them, right? This is a good instance where you've got a listing, a buyer comes in, and now I've got an opportunity to go in and make another sale. You know, your buyers are very valuable. If you don't have a lot of stuff to do, if you're not full up on your day, take your buyers and work them and make some more money. There's no reason you can't. So I'm probably going to go in and see if I can't find somewhere for them to develop their little health facility in Napa. So hopefully this helps. This is just a quick little zoning, just summary. We do have the zoning class that should walk you through all this anyways, but this is just a live example of how these things work. We'll see you next time.